horse-drawn vehicles and animals. Can I use the old joke? I didn't know horses could draw. See a pony selling its drawings. Okay, it wasn't that funny. Hello, welcome back. A bit of farmer talk and the bike. Bit of history. I bought this bike when did it turn up? Christmassy time, about 6 months ago. And I really like the look of it. I love the spec of it. I love the updates they did. They brought cruise control on, brought a really, I didn't know it would be as good headlight, but it's the look, and more importantly, the naked bike bit, but the boxer engine to sit behind, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it came at the right price too. So shout out to Sycamore BMW up there in Peterborough way. But it wasn't all roses, because BMW forgot to put springs and dampers and things in it, and they just put bits of wood in, and the result was that the ride was, how can I say, challenging. So reluctantly I put it up for sale. Fortunately, nobody bought it. Well, it was only on for a week. Loads of people looked. So I thought about it a little bit, and I knew all along that there was this Wilbers suspension. This story could either be very long or very short. Let's do the short version. This bike now, I pushed the button, and this bike has the full fat Wilbers suspension setup, which is an eye-wateringly affordable £3,000. No, and I didn't really need to spend that money. The bike had come in at the right price, but okay, blah, blah, blah. This gives me, but it's real, it's a full suspension, and most importantly, it increases the suspension travel. It's getting very nerdy, this, isn't it? I'll finish in a minute. By 70mm, that takes it into GS territory. That gives it a fighting chance of having, do you get a decent travel, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And this fitted in where I thought, well, hold on, one of these with decent suspension. What else don't I like? I don't like the riding position. So once I'd got the suspension fitted, I then dropped the foot pegs and got bar risers on there. So that's changed that. And one little thing as well, don't like the mirrors. What did I like about the bike in the first place? So, some bar end mirrors came. Question is it any good? Let's go for a ride and find out. Well, good question. Is it any good? Let's jump to the end of the story, shall we? Yes, it's... I don't want to sound too enthusiastic. A transformation. Here I am riding in the drizzle on Exmoor on bumpy lanes that miraculously aren't that bumpy anymore. Brum, 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 brum. I'll indicate, even though I cannot see another vehicle to inform my decision to turn right. There was one. Yeah, so I've done a video about the suspension initially where I say nice things about it. Since then I carry, because everything is adjustable, you've got to be, there's a lot of learning involved in setting a good suspension system up. And each time I've come out, I've got a couple of clicks here, click there, every time writing it down so that I know where I'm going, so to speak. And the difference between what I thought was good and dramatically better than the standard bike It wasn't actually that, well, it was good, but it was nothing like as good as it can be, which is where we are now. And I hesitate to use the word gliding, but these are roads that and there's a bit of that there, not too, but it's not, but this has a suppleness, and all of a sudden it's enjoyable. You're not, if I jumped onto this bike without having any idea of the suspension, etc, etc, and I rode it, I'd jump off, go, yeah, nice bike. But then I would, because I'm biased. There's this drizzle all over my visor. It's probably all over this as well. Let's do a little wipe, shall I? There. But the suspension being done and working and me happy with that meant that part B, C, D of the plan, shall we call it a project? Nearly. Had to be done, really. So, lowered pegs, wunderlich 20mm lower pegs, I believe, and 40mm up on the bar risers, and that has transformed the riding position. I'd hoped to get it, sorry, I'm quite a tight little road here. I'd hoped to get it as comfortable as a GS, which is, you know, that's the benchmark, a really relaxed riding position. We're not quite there, but we're not far off. And most importantly, over the cattle grid, suspension, I can stand up. Ta-da! You can't see me standing up, but straight legs, extended legs. In an ideal world, I'd drop the pegs another 20mm, and I think we can find a way of doing that. But a normal everyday riding, it's just just a different planet. I'm a happy boy. And then finally, these we got these bar end mirrors, and they're not bad actually. 60 quid off eBay, can't remember who from. And the standard mirrors are brilliant as mirrors, but they don't look very nice, do they? And so I've got to find some plugs for these orifices. And but these mirrors are perfectly good enough. They're really quite good actually. Wow, there's always people here. I was coming down here to take a photograph, which is irritating, but oh well, hey ho. One of the most popular spots. I'm not surprised actually. Lanaka Bridge. It's holiday season. Normally, very often, most of the year, this is empty. They are keen, aren't they? Oh, there you go. Yeah, because they're on holiday, and what do they do? What do you do with kids on holiday? Exactly. I get it. Let's find another photo location then, hadn't I? So there you have it. Project, initial stages of the product done and dusted, really. Suspension, big happy emoji smile. I mean, it's happening as I speak to you now. It's just coming up the hill far, you know, lovely. Riding position transformed. And if you took this, how BMW could call this a Scrambler out of the box is beyond me. A Scrambler is pretensions to off-road, long suspension travel, relaxed riding position, stand up, etc. Everything this bike as standard wasn't. However, do what I've done to it. Well, is that a woodpecker? I think it was. And if you were to put proper mudguards on, now we're up with the GS suspension travel, as mentioned earlier. What else would you have to do? Well, the knobbly tyres, obviously. You're there. Suddenly, I do have a Scrambler. It's only... the heather's out at the moment. It'd be nice to find some heather, wouldn't it? Well, so, I can now call this a Scrambler. Sheeps. Sorry, I'm waving around here. All over the place. So from my BMW Scrambler, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope this is helpful. But yeah, a lot of tick boxes. More coming. Rambling videos. Oh, sheeps. You can stay there? You gonna stay there? You might not. You are. Whoops, get the gears right. Happy days. Thanks for watching. See you soon in another vid. Horse-drawn vehicles and animals. Can I use the old joke? I didn't know horses could draw. See a pony selling his drawings. Okay, it wasn't that funny.